Hello again, everybody. David Chafe coming to you from my living room in St. John's, Newfoundland on this Sunday, the 29th of March, 2020. Great to have you along as always, and you are along today for the 11th and final installment of my YouTube series known as David Chafe's Living Room Recitals, where I've been playing from my living room into yours, music from my latest album, Still, which is a collection of 11 short pieces for solo piano, mostly from the Romantic period, and I hope you've been enjoying them, and thank you for following along. I also want to give a special shout out to two of my producers on the album, Chad Stride and Ian Foster, each on his own with long, very successful careers, who teamed up and generously gave me invaluable technical and artistic advice in the production of this album. So I'm very grateful to the two of you. And I'm grateful to all of you for tuning in and following along and supporting my music, which you may continue to do so by simply emailing me at dbchafe@gmail.com, or downloading or streaming on your favorite platform, and all of my music is available on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, CD Baby, and so on. So at this point, I just want to take a quick moment to mention some of the past recordings that I've been involved in, most of them great collaborations. And so I want to give an extra shout out to some of my musician partners over the course of my career, starting with this guy right here, Christopher Bowman, who's enjoying a great career in Nova Scotia as a music leader and recording artist and teacher. Chris and I went through the master's program together here at Memorial University, and that's how we met. And after we graduated, we decided to record two of our favorite song cycles, one by Vaughan Williams and the other by Finzi. And the album is called Over Hill and Valley, and received a couple of awards and nice nominations as well. So we're very proud of that one. And here's another album I'm proud of with a longtime musician partner of mine, Stephen Ivany from Newfoundland. Great singer, but his specialty instrument is trombone. So what we recorded are 3 song cycles as well, but transcribed beautifully for trombone and piano, and gorgeous works by Brahms, Mahler, and Vaughan Williams. And the album is called This Shall Be for Music. And if you like Christmas music, and who does not, here's an album that Andrew Dale and I recorded back in 2007. I'm especially proud of this one because 13 years after we recorded it, every single Christmas without fail, we keep getting emails or posts online or wherever thanking us for this music or looking for it still. So this is a pared down version of some of our favorite Christmas carols, all known to you. By pared down, I mean just me on piano, Andrew on vocals, occasionally picking up some of his stringed instruments of choice. I actually sing on one of the albums. Anyway, we're really proud of this, some unique arrangements, and the album is called Midnight Clear. And very early in my recording career, I got a reputation somehow as a church musician. So I fell in love with a lot of these old-time hymns that have really withstood the test of time, and whether you're a churchgoer or not, you are familiar with all of these. So I wanted to record these at that time, and here's one that I'm especially proud of because it is a collaborative venture called Bright and Beautiful. Songs that you know, like He's Got the Whole World in His Hands, It Is Well With My Soul, All Things Bright and Beautiful, and so on. Recorded with a lot of local musician celebrities like Sandy Morris and Patrick Boyle, Shelley Neville, Andrew Dale, and a host of others. So the reason I'm most proud of this one is because of the number of collaborative partners who happily came on board and who wanted to work with me at that early stage of my career. So Bright and Beautiful. And the first album I ever recorded is one called It Is Well. It's another solo piano project, also of hymns, and also very well-known hymns. And this one remains very popular to this day, some 14 years after release. So It Is Well, and we're up to now, or back to the most recent album, which is Still, and this was recorded in the fall of 2019. And this is the premise of the entire YouTube series that you're hopefully enjoying. So again, all of these albums are available by contacting me personally, by my email, dbchafe@gmail.com, or by downloading and streaming. And you'll go a long way simply by acquiring 1 or 2 of my songs online towards supporting my career and the career of a lot of other local musicians. So I encourage you to continue to do that. So the last piece we're going to hear today is by Edvard Grieg, a Norwegian composer, and his gorgeous Nocturne in C major. I have chosen this piece because it was yet again another pivotal piece in my musical trajectory. It was the first piece I ever performed where I got a standing ovation. I'm not saying that boastfully, but I was only 17, I think, years old. I mentioned the other day a youth music camp at PEI. I attended that 2 years in a row, and it was the second year I was assigned this piece. And I didn't really think anything of my performance except having to go back up to the stage again because the audience responded so strongly to it. And again, I'm not saying that boastfully, but it was just one of those moments that lights a fire under a musician and motivates us to keep going with our craft. So the piece I thought was a fitting way to end the entire album called Still, because the very last chord you hear actually is a slow rolled C major chord, is intended to fade and fade and fade until we hear almost nothing. And that's how I'm going to end the series, and that's how the album ends. Thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy Grieg's Nocturne in C major.